Klumpert herst!
Roman, the Eindhoven Metal Meeting, I guess it's entirely your brainchild. It's happening for the 8th time this year. Was it solely your idea, this festival?
Yeah, well, before we had the Arnhem Metal Meeting in Arnhem, obviously, started in 2004. I did this with another person, with Harold from the Goudvishal. After 4 editions, we somehow split it up, and the Arnhem venue was not available anymore. So now we made it to Eindhoven. I tell we, but basically it's my festival, in cooperation with the FNR venue.
Okay.
But it was my idea and inspiration because that time there were not that many indoor festivals yet. This changed now a bit, and there was a market for it, I thought, and I think it proved that it was the case.
So you said indoor festival. Is it meant as a counterpoint to all the summer festivals because it's happening in December?
Yeah, basically it was as a counterpart for the No Mercy festivals and other indoor tours that were always announced, but very often the announced bands did not perform in the end. So often bands like Testament or others were announced, and then shortly before the lineup changed a bit, and they never or often did not stick to what's happening. So that's why I started my own festival. With bands I wanted to see,
And with bands that play in the end.
Yeah, that should perform. The only mistake was I'm working and I have no time to see them.
Of course.
Yeah.
But if you invite them, they all play normally. So.
Usually, yeah. Where also right now the edition, everyone announced still on board. So can happen in these days that tours will not happen or people are ill or decide to go into the studio whatsoever. But basically, we'd always do the double check. If any doubts, we will not book them.
On which basis do you choose the bands? Is it your personal favorites, or if they are cheap, or if they are on tour?
Yeah, about cheap, the price doesn't matter that much. I have to beware when saying this, obviously. But first of all, I book what I like. Often that's not commercial enough. So then we have to maybe add a few more commercial bands. And not always my taste, but I always take care of the synergy between the bands. As the tickets are a bit more expensive than on regular club shows, fans will not easily buy a ticket for one band. So there should be, or for each genre, there should be a few bands on board that makes it worth for the regular fan of that genre to visit.
So you got Hell this year, for example. You got Destruction. You got Vatain. So it's a pretty cool mixture of genres. There's black metal, there's thrash metal, there's traditional metal. What do you say to people that haven't been to Eindhoven Metal Meeting yet? What will you say as an advertisement, let's say, to lure them to Eindhoven?
Yeah. Well, basically it's the unique location and atmosphere of the festival. It's first of all, it's easy to reach. Very important for the success of every festival, I think, because if it's in the middle of nowhere, it might be a problem. Everyone gets there, especially younger people, international. People coming from other countries, it should be easy to reach. Like Eindhoven, you can it even has an airport, and if not, you can fly to Düsseldorf or Amsterdam, and within 1.5, 2 hours you are in the city center of Eindhoven, with the venue across the street basically, and also the hotel situation. There are so many hotels in Eindhoven that it's easy to find a hotel within walking distance, and because it's easy to reach, there are many people from abroad. So there are more than 20 nationalities bought tickets already again for this festival. So there are many people, traditionally many people from Ireland, from England, Sweden, Spain come to the festival, besides people from Germany, Austria and Switzerland, obviously.
The FNR, the location is a pretty cool location. It's a big hall and a small hall. Did you come directly to Eindhoven and say, yeah, that's it, or was it in another location before that?
Well, before it was in Arnhem, that had similar place. It was an old music building. Arnhem was an old classical music building, and also had 3 stages. It was even bigger than FNR, but it was not built for electric music, so the acoustics were not that good. Eindhoven has a benefit because of the Dynamo Open Air Festival, and we also, it's really central logistic-wise. So besides the FNR gave me good conditions to do the festival, and we're cooperating since 8 years almost now, and I'm happy with that.
Was there any time the festival was shortly before canceling or so? Because any band didn't show up, or the logistics broke down, the sound broke down, or anything?
Well, it was never before collapse, but we had a situation in 2010 with a lot of snow, flights not arriving, fans who had trouble or problems getting to the venue. But in the end we managed. There were some bands were really late, like Moonspell. The audience had to wait 1 hour and far over curfew, but we still made it. Talked to the guys from the venue and decided to let them play. Next day, pure chaos at the airport. Some band members even had to stay 48 hours at the airport because of snow and heavy winter weather. But basically, the festival always continues. That's the benefit from the inside thing. So weather influence couldn't be that big that we would not continue.
You could have made the festival on the airport otherwise.
Yeah, airport metal meeting.
Yeah. Eindhoven airport metal meeting.
Yeah.
What was the best band for you personally that played on the Eindhoven metal meeting in all those years?
That's a tough one. I think Torture Division was one of my highlights, even when it's by far not the biggest band, but it was a unique show with a special vibe. Repugnant we had also, and I think My Dying Bride played a very special set, special also for me as a promoter, even when I missed most of it. They asked me 2 weeks before the show what I wanted to hear, and I saw the set list, and there were several songs I was missing, and they even surprised everyone by sound checking them and then play them live only at Eindhoven Metal Meeting. And there were several great shows, like the last ever Nuclear Assault show we had in Europe last year. And Yeah, I think as a metal fan, there are several things. We had the Devil's Blood. It was the last show ever of the Devil's Blood, because after that they split up. So it was not a planned thing, but still I'm proud we had them on the festival. Yeah, and many others. If you look at the lineups from the last year, it's really something to be proud of.
What was the worst thing? Any bands that turned out to be assholes afterwards or something?
Yeah, well,
we don't mention any names.
No, it's not about. Maybe there are several assholes on board. I think it's due to the music genre we work with. I once made a mistake booking Sabaton, not because they're assholes whatsoever, because they're really cool guys, and but the audience did not really like it or showed up, so we lost a bit of money. That it was also the year in 2013 when we had try out to make it 3 days festival, and it simply did not work out. The first day was with Accept and Sabaton, and maybe it was the lineup also, but all the people just were not into a Thursday to go to the festival already. So now we downsized it to 2 again, with a small pre-party on Thursday, Friday and Saturday, the full festival. And Sunday, everyone has a hangover anyway, so some venues wanted to have a Sunday program on top, but I think 2 full days is enough. Is enough. And
of course. There's another after-show party at the Dynamo Club as well.
Yeah, it's actually on the Friday evening.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, so on the Thursday there's a FNR pre-party. On Friday is the full festival in FNR, and in Dynamo they continue till late or early, however you see it.
Sunrise.
Yeah, and then on Saturday is the last festival day, and after that I need my holiday as well.
Besides that, you run your own booking agency, District19, and you are about to do a metal festival in Vienna as well. It's called Vienna Metal Meeting. What a surprise!
Yeah, well,
but it's basically, it says it all. So
we will not win the innovation prize with that name. I agree. Yeah. But I'm doing this with business partner Moritz Wagner here in Vienna. So it's a 50-50 co-production. And I'm living here now in Vienna for 3 years. And I always wondered why there is no indoor festival, metal festival in Vienna. And first there were no intentions to do so, but now I want to try. And we just announced to line up with Mayhem, Sodom, Asphyx and Flotsam and Jetsam as headliner. The Flotsam and Jetsam tour, the whole European tour, is also booked by my booking agency, District19, and it ends here at the festival. So logistic-wise, I think we made a smart and efficient move. And I hope the audience also gets it. If not, we tried at least, and it's a one-off thing.
I'm sure the audience gets it, and there are lots of tickets left at the moment. So you move your ass better here to Vienna on the April the 8th. To the arena. It's a 1-day festival, Vienna Metal Meeting. We keep you updated on that, of course, and there's plenty of time left to get tickets. We already mentioned Destruction, Vatein and stuff, and Hell. Which bands especially do you recommend this year on the Eindhoven Metal Meeting?
Yeah, well, on the Friday we have some more black metal thrash day, with Destruction Vatein, with a special set from the Casus Luciferi album, their second album. Mayhem will play their Dom Satanas album, the famous one, and also bands like Wederganger from Holland, and Throne will play a rare show because they really seldom play. On the Saturday it's Memoriam.
That's a bolt thrower members thing, is it?
Yeah, it's the former drummer of Bolt Thrower together with Carl Willis, the vocalist of Bolt Thrower, together with several fixed guitar player and the Benediction bass player, right, if I'm right. We also have the day before we have Dave Ingram, also ex-Bolt Thrower, performing with Hail of Bullets, and very first European show with the new lineup. On Saturday, besides Hell, Propane, we also have Moonspell with a very special set with Mariangela on vocals for the Irreligious Wolfheart set. And I'm also proud to have Tiamat on board again, because 3 years ago they announced that they would split up, and still they're performing again.
Still there.
Yeah, so I immediately booked them again, because I'm a huge fan of the especially older Tiamat, but I'm not sure yet if it will be an old school set list.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, there are many special bands at the moment there with the special sets, and it's really worth to go there. And any band you are waiting for, especially one band to say, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I think Bölzer and General Surgery are one of the bands really worth live. Bölzer will also have a new album out on the 25th of November, so they will play some songs of that one. And yeah, Ill Disposed also performing is one of my favorites, the Cocainium album.
Yeah.
Not because of the title, but
the music, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can follow the guys on Facebook. We just put in the address, and just you keep the world updated with the Eindhoven Metal Meeting as well.
Looking forward to see everyone there.
Of course.
Thanks. Cheers.